So the stage is set for the first phase of polling on 19th April and 17th April is Ram Navami. So in a way, before the first phase of polling is the big festival of Ram Navami, and the Prime Minister Pallavi is already spoken in a big way on the Ram temple in his rallies in Bihar, saying that it was the Congress party which derailed the construction of the Ram temple for all these years, when it also tried to derail it in the Supreme Court, and then did not come from the Pran Pratishthan ceremony also when they were invited, and they did not, in a way, Prime Minister telling ENA that did not atone for their sins kind of a thing, and didn't go to come from Pran Pratishthan ceremony. I think Ram temple in the first phase and the BJP bringing it back into the, in the conversation with Ram Navami, isn't that going to be a big issue?
And it's very interesting, Aman, because a large number of Congress leaders who've left off late, like whether it's Rohan Gupta and, Acharya Pramod Kishore, and then there was Gaurav Vallabh, all of them have said that the reason we left is that the Congress party did not even bother to go for the Pran Pratishtha. So they've also brought the focus back. And that's exactly, I think, the Prime Minister is also capitalizing on, that even within the Congress party, there are many who felt that it was a wrong measure to take. Interestingly, when we talk about all this, in Himachal Pradesh, Mandi, finally they announced Vikramaditya Singh opposite Kangana Ranaut, and Vikramaditya was the only one who actually broke away from the Congress and said, okay, I'm going to be going for a Pran Pratishtha because it's Devbhoomi.
Yes,
so there is a discomfort within the Congress party, certainly.
And that day, the BJP's manifesto was just launched a couple of days back, and I was speaking to a senior BJP leader there, and he was highlighting the duplicity. He was saying, okay, when the Ram Temple Trust went to invite the Congress or the Samajwadi Party, they said, we won't come at your occasion because this is a political occasion you've made, so we will not come now, we will go when we want.
But they haven't gone.
It said been 3 months. So, they still haven't gone. And even in UP, Satish Mahana had taken an all-party delegation to the Ram Temple. Samajwadi Party and Akhilesh Yadav didn't join it. So he said that there is a deliberate insult to the entire ethos of Lord Ram by the opposition, that what had stopped in the last 3 months the Gandhis or Mallikarjun Kharge or Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary to actually go to the Ram Temple. They haven't gone. Only some union leaders went, that also before the Pran Pratishthan, to just make a point. So I think that is something that, BJP is not doubling down, especially Prime Minister's interview to ANI, when he says that, these people always used the Ram Temple for politics. That's what the PM is saying, because they always used to attack us saying, Mandir wahi banayenge, Tarikh nahi batayenge. Now when we told them the Tarikh, they didn't come. So I think the Prime Minister is doubling down on it, and Ram Navami is of course on 17th, and the first phase of polling is on 19th, and many seats in West UP, 8 seats go to polls in first phase and 8 seats again. Entire West UP will poll in the first 2 phases. There also, Pallavi, when I was traveling in West UP, the Ram Temple is a major issue. People are speaking about it, that it's happened, and finally after centuries of wait and all that, so there is a lot of goodwill for the BJP over that point. And I think Congress might be, another BJP leader was telling me that what stopped the Congress from saying that, okay, we think that's a political function, but we have asked and Lord Ram, so we'll come. Nothing stopped from the Congress from doing that. They could have come and sat in the front seat, that's about it, and criticized the BJP.
Or at least go later. Or at least go. I just came down from a day's trip from Coimbatore. Over there also, I've seen that BJP is playing on the Ram. I mean, Dhanush Koti and all of them are not too far away from there. That sentiment is there. And, the BJP is certainly capitalizing on that sentiment. In many areas, I did see, for example, Ram Ke posters being put up along with the Prime Minister and all of that. So, what he's also trying to say is not just a North India thing, it is North and South. And interesting, in the ANI interview, was asked this question, it is North-South divide. And he said, there's no such thing. We are one country. And that is where the manifesto comes in, and Rahul Gandhi's caste census starts coming in.
Yeah, and I think even Congress candidates on the ground are feeling this, because I remember meeting Imran Masood. Imran Masood. UP feel that, though I went to Saharanpur and met Imran Masood, and I asked him this question, and he started speaking about Lord Ram. He said, ye desh Ram ka hai, Ram ko hamesha is desh ka ethos hai. So he's also seeking Ram Dhun, in a way, because he knows that, maybe, by not doing that, he's also offending a big number of voters. So he's trying to appeal to the Muslim
voters. That's the problem. Voters. I mean, at the central level and the local level, I don't know whether at the central level, the decision was taken without asking their state and local leaders. Clearly it was.
It was, yeah.
They could have been a middle path, surely. I mean, you go back later. Or eight representative could have been sent there, and Adhir could have gone to Sonia Gandhi, and Kharge doesn't go.
I just said exactly, they could have said, okay, we don't believe in that's a political function, but we have Asta and Lord Ram, so we will go.
And therefore we are going to register a presence, because it was silenced a large number of people.
Yeah, anybody made a political point also, but again, bygones are bygones, and what I think now with the Ram Navami celebration in a big way, and what we're hearing is that the first phase of sunshine will fall on the Ram Lala idol tomorrow when the Ram Navami, that is the way the temple and the Garbhagriha has been designed. And Nripendra Mishra, the chairman of the construction trust, has in fact said that how big arrangements are being made. Big crowd is expected in Ayodhya tomorrow. So in a way, I think the whole build-up towards the Ram Navami function, and of course, the big other developments happening. The BJP's manifesto has come out a few days after the Congress manifesto came out. So while Congress manifesto was high on caste and the cash benefit which is being offered to a family, 1 lakh rupees per year,
The Mahalakshmi scheme.
Mahalakshmi scheme. The BJP is trying to steer clear of any cash tolls. They are free. Obviously, the ration scheme was announced, 5-year extension earlier. Also, that's said in the manifesto. But I think the BJP has gone a bit more on the empowerment model, talking about 5 cash.
That's also a problem which the BJP or the central government would often complain about. You at your state level go and announce these kind of freebies. Then you say you don't have money. You come back running to us. So either you're not giving those freebies or you want us to give you more money so that we fulfill a promise you made. So why even making this promise?
Yeah. So that, I think the larger issue here is that, which model do people go for? Do people, because freebie culture has worked in some states, like it worked in Karnataka, it worked in Telangana, for example, but it didn't work so much. And BJP also had to go to freebie route, for example, in Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh to counter it. But at the national level, I think the BJP has decided that it will not go down this path, because obviously the Prime Minister said in his ANI interview that the kind of promises that the Congress made in manifesto will wreck the economy. It will ruin the economy. So a very strong statement to the Prime Minister in the ANI interview as well. So I think that is what it is. And we'll, Pallavi, how's the coconut water you had with Finance Minister?
Wonderful.
Nirmala Sitharaman?
It was wonderful. It's like really fresh, and what I really like it. I know you're making fun of me, but there is this, that straw. It is so eco-friendly, guys. You must try this. In fact, it's a good idea. So it's from the papaya stem, tree ka stem. So they make straws out of that. So it's totally eco-friendly. And that area where I was in, it is sad that there's so much of construction taking place, trees, and that's a Nilgiri area. So I'm going to get you a coconut water because I'm going to be going to Bengal and that's where you get coconut. See, where you travel, you don't get coconut water. Because the asli one.
Yeah.
No, like you get it from Bengal and Gujarat and all that. So we get the real ones and they're sasta, they're tasty, they're nice. He's jealous.
Yeah, so I'm going to UP, so UP doesn't have these delicacies on offer.
This is not a delicacy, this is a part of the being. And you need it in summer, but guys, all of you take care. We'll, of course, will take care.
Yeah, it's very hot. This election season is seeing record heat wave, and we're all stepping out, and everybody needs to be good hydration and should be there, because all journalists who are stepping out in the heat, even all politicians for that matter, doing road shows and rallies in this extreme heat. It's a hot election season which is on, and Pallavi is soon going to be in Bengal. I'm going to be again in UP in a few days. We'll bring you more action from the poll ground, which way the wave is going. But right now it seems that the BJP is going strong, at least in the first phase. Tamil Nadu, of course, is going to be the key. The 39 seats, can BJP make a mark in Tamil Nadu? Join us next on Power Circuit soon next week.
Thank you so much for watching.